Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to take a look at Harvest Finance and its native token, FAR. First, I will tell you more about the product, then we'll look at the token, what it is for and why it holds value. Then we'll take a look at the price trends, trying to predict where we will go from here using a powerful trading tool, divergences. You can read more about divergences. I'm putting a link down below in the description so you can know how to use them and how to trade with them. But if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more content. So let's get into it. Alright, so today we want to talk about the farm token. It has been one of the top movers on Coinbase for the second day in a row. It's shown a remarkable increase of 99% yesterday, but also a 54% increase so far today. These price movements have caught a lot of attention in the crypto community. And they also kind of offer an insight into the investor sentiment behind the DeFi market's dynamic. Before we dive into the prices and the economics of farm and of harvest, let's talk about the product itself, Harvest. Harvest Finance is a decentralized finance platform, or DeFi, and it aims to provide users with automated yield farming strategies. What does that mean? It pulls together funds from individuals in order to optimize the returns from various DeFi projects. And then this way, it automates the process of finding the most lucrative yield farming opportunities for them. This is how they're able to save time, but it helps in managing risk associated with individual investments. Let's try to think of an easy way to understand what it does. So think of Harvest Finance like a smart farming robot in a vast field of crops. In our analogy, the field of crops are the DeFi market. And the robot automatically moves around, planting seeds. In fact, they are investing funds. And in the most fertile part of the field, these part would be the profitable DeFi projects. And it ensures the best harvest for you, or the best returns for the investors. Now, let's take a look at the token itself. This is not just a token with speculative value. It actually represents the opportunity for holders to do a lot of things. First of all, it helps them in the governance. Farm holders have the right to vote on important decisions that affect the platform, including, for example, strategies to be adopted or tokens to be supported, and even adjustments in fees. It also provides profit sharing. So that means that a portion of the profits generated by Harvest Finance strategies is actually distributed to farm holders, and it aligns the interest of the platform with those of its users. And then lastly, the incentives. Farm is used to incentivize certain behaviors within the ecosystem, like, for example, providing liquidity, which is super helpful, or even staking tokens to secure the platform. When we look at the token economics, we can see that a farm has been there for a bit now, and it had its all-time high around 2020 with about, $2,000. So let's go back up a little bit. Right now, its market cap has been pushed recently to the 52K, $52 million for the market cap. Let's look at the market cap. We have a market cap of about $53 million, which is really great. I mean, if it ended up being a great product, a very popular product, we still have a lot of room to grow. When we're looking at the all-time low, we're not really far from the all-time low right now. It was in September 2023, 7 months ago, and it was about $20. And knowing that now we're about $70, $80, let's say, we're actually very close to the all-time low. So I would say it's a good time to invest in this project. It's probably why the surge. I mean, right now, it lost a lot of values since the all-time high, but I mean, the all-time high proves us that we actually can get there. So it's a very good return, I would say. Let's take a look more in depth into the price now. Let's see. Okay, so we've been going up. That was yesterday, and since then we've been going down. I mean, look at this green candle. Is extraordinary. But right away, and tell me if you see it. But by now you know what divergences are. So if I trace this on the bottom, on the price trend, and then if I do the same on the MACD corresponding bottoms, what do you see? I would say you see a pretty good divergence here. And what does that mean for? So first of all, we see a bull flag, because this is actually a bull flag, and also doubled by a divergence, a bullish divergence. So to me, if we're done falling and we are kind of like adjusting, this forms actually a real bottom, and we are done falling further down. So here we'll have a legit bottom. And when we have a legit bottom, that means that we can actually trace a potential divergence. And right now I'm tracing this here, which is not really correct, because imagine this is end up being a red candle, and the next one, and the next one, and we end up somewhere around this area. I would have to recalculate everything. So the way I'm going to try to avoid doing that, first of all, I'm going to do a speculative operations here, saying that this is actually a divergence with a real bottoms. So to me, we're going to go back up very soon if I believe that divergence. Now, the only way it could be trumped, like I just said, is that if it's not a real divergence. So let's try to see in a smaller time frame. If we have indication, it's actually going to fall further down. And what we see is that no, it's not going to fall further down. It's actually going to reverse. Because now we're seeing a divergence that says there is a reversal. So let's take this button and this one. And let's take this button that is corresponding and this one. This shows a divergence on the bottom, so that means a bullish divergence, and it means we are going to go back up. And that's what we are doing with this candle. So it's kind of a line exactly with what's happening. And if we go further, we can actually go further in the past, and we will see that this divergence is actually bigger, and it's a bigger reversal. So yes, I believe we're done falling. I mean, I could still be wrong, of course, but I'm believing that right now we're going to go in the very short term to a place that aligns with the bigger divergence. That is about $82. And it's going to happen maybe today or tomorrow, but that just basically means that it really finished forming this bottom that we're looking at. And if this bottom forms, what happens next is that we can actually consider this divergence to be a real one that is going to be actually materialized. And for that, I mean, that tells us we're going to go back up to the $100 mark, which is fantastic. I mean, for investors, going from 76 to 100 is a good percentage, I would say. Now let's go to a 4-hour candle if we see anything else, and I believe we do. Yeah, we could go back on the divergence, but it's basically going to be the same price. I mean 45 though, 45. It's just that, as you can see on the 4-hour candle, the divergence doesn't show. So we won't be doing that. We'll just we're just going to remain conservative and say, all right, I think we have a price target around 100 mark before probably, in a few days actually. It's going to happen pretty fast, but let's be large with it. Let's take maybe until the 20th of April. I don't believe this is going. If this is happening, it's going to happen before. Also, I would say that this divergence has a lot of chances to be actually exceeded because this is a bull flag. Clearly, we're looking at a bull flag. That makes a bull flag. Now, bull flags, they work as actually you're looking at a bull flag and you have to repurchase this amount in the next price there. So I actually believe the price target is going to be actually a lot higher than what I have here. I'm just calculating using divergences, so they help me staying reasonable, and not get crazy very fast. But if we do believe we're not falling down, further down, and if we do believe this is a bull flag, we do believe that we're going to go back up, I mean, we can believe that actually we could go to inside of this section. Actually, at the very least, we can target this section easily. Let's put it in green because we're looking at bullish divergences. And by the way, I'm not seeing any bearish divergence, so this is actually exclusively bullish. So I would say this divergence shows a minimum of what it's going to achieve. Let's go to the weekly candle if we see anything. I mean, it's not. No, I don't think we see anything actually bad. Let's go to the monthly candle. Well, we don't have that type of data. Let's go back to the daily candle. Or do we see any bearish, very big divergence? So we don't really see that. I'd say Harvest Finance looks pretty good. Yep. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap up. That's my take on Harvest Finance. I hope you liked that video, and if you liked it, please subscribe to my channel and like the video. It will help us a lot. And let us know in the comments, what do you think about Harvest Finance? And did you invest in farm? The world of crypto is always full of surprises. Don't forget that. So just keep an eye on these divergences and stay curious. Always do your own research. In the meantime, keep analyzing, stay informed, and let's navigate these crypto waves together.